Bienvenidos a todos a lo que va a ser mi primer video en inglés. Vamos a estar hablando con Jamie de la cuenta de Twitter de Newells, que maneja él desde hace bastante tiempo. Nos va a contar cómo se enamoró de Newells y toda su historia. Así que los dejo con el video.
Hey, Agustin. Thank you for having me on your channel. It's a pleasure to be online today to talk about all things Newell's Old Boys. And yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about the team.
Let's talk about a little bit about you. Tell us about how did you fall in love with Newells?
Sure. So it started about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I'm a fan of Tottenham Hotspur, or Spurs, the team that was managed by Maurizio Pochettino. And for many years, I lived in London, and I went to every game of Spurs. And Pochettino became the manager in 2014. And I remember at the time, he was interviewed on television in England about the Classico in North London, the North London derby between Spurs and Arsenal. And they asked him, Maurizio, are you ready for one of the biggest derbies in the world? There's lots of heavy tackles, and there's a real rivalry and a hatred between the two clubs. And he said, am I ready? He said, of course. He said, I played and I scored in the Classico Rosarino for Newells. He said, he said that the Classico in North London is nothing compared to the Classico Rosarino. So when I heard that, I thought, wow, what is this Classico he's talking about? And I went on the internet, started to watch the Classico Rosarino, started more and more about Newells, because Pochettino was always talking about Newells, about how he learned to play football at Newells. So then I started to watch their matches online on the internet, and I of course I already knew about the club. I knew about Messi and Bielsa, but about the club. So then, because of Pochettino, I started to watch all the games, and then after a while, I realized that because I didn't speak Spanish, it was quite hard. It was quite difficult to follow the matches and the teams and what was happening. So I looked for an English Twitter account, and there was none. So I said, maybe I can do this myself, and it will help me then to learn more about the club and learn more Spanish. So I set up the account 3 years ago, and yeah, since then it's been crazy, especially since Marcelo Bielsa took over at Leeds. But yeah, I've been completely 100% enferma de la lepra for the last 4 years. I went to Argentina. I went to Rosario last year. Watched 2 games at El Coloso del Parque, and it was an amazing experience. So I'm Irish, and I'm living back in Ireland again. I don't live in London anymore, and yeah, I do all of my tweets from here in Ireland, and have made lots of friends in Rosario and in Argentina. Lots of friends who are leprosos, and it's really been an honor now to be part of this special club, and I feel like I'm maybe part of the family.
Yeah, yes.
So that's my story.
A long story, and a lovely story, and this is the Newell's Old Boys family. You are always going to be the part of this family. So once you fall in love with Newell's, there is nothing like it.
Yes.